What if we told you that once upon a time in Japan, a robbery took place in which a single person outsmarted the entire banking system, police system, the government system of Japan to literally walk away with 300 million yen, equivalent to almost $1 million, unharmed, undetected, and guess what? He didn't have a weapon in himself. Today on Behind the Date, we will talk about the biggest heist in Japan's history, also known as the 300 million yen robbery. The 300 million yen robbery of 1968 is an infamous heist that remains unsolved to this day. It was meticulously planned and involved many steps. The first step involved sending the bank manager of the Kokubunji branch of Nippon Trust Bank a series of threatening and death message. This alarmed the bank manager, and even the police were involved. There was security around the bank for a while, as everyone feared a robbery would take place. When nothing of that sort happened, the security lapsed a bit, and that second step was executed. On November 10th, 4 employees of the bank were transporting bonuses worth 300 million yen for the employees of Toshiba's Fuchu factory, when a mysterious man posed as a police officer stopped the vehicle. The police officer told the bank employees that a bomb had exploded in the bank manager's house and that it was suspected that another bomb was also placed in the car. The employees who knew and were scared by the letters sent to the bank manager believed the story and allowed the fake police officer to check the car. The fake police officer crawled under the car, lit a flare, and shouted to the employees that there was a bomb. As the bank employees ran away, scared, the robber swiftly got into the bank car and drove away. To lose the trail of the police chasing him, the robber then proceeded to dump the bank car, take the money, and drive off with another stolen car, which he dumped again after a while to steal another car and drive off. This meticulous planning made him almost impossible to trace. He also left 120 pieces of deliberate evidence, including the police motorcycle he was riding, on the scene, but those were everyday items with no links to him. This misled the police, and the investigation was delayed more. After the first week of investigation, the police literally had nothing on the criminal. Japanese police then proceeded to launch the biggest investigation in Japan's history. They posted 780,000 pictures throughout Japan, made a list of 110,000 suspects, and hired 170,000 policemen to participate in the inquiry. The entire police department was scanned for possible suspects, but they found no one. The police then tried to match the fingerprints they found on the scene with 6 million recorded fingerprints they had in their files, but again, to no avail. Where was he? Or most importantly, who was he? The police in desperation made many attempts to catch the person involved in the robbery. The statute of limitation for the robbery was fast approaching. They made multiple arrests, including of a 19-year-old son of police, who unfortunately, due to the distress of the police investigation, committed suicide. After this incident, the investigation slowed down more, allowing the real criminal to hide out more easily. The police arrested other people too, but no one could be proven guilty. This was a-of-kind robbery, where not even a weapon was wielded, and the robber escaped with the biggest score ever in the country, probably even in the world. In December 1975, the statute of limitations on the crime had passed, and the Japanese government had to relieve the thief of any civil liabilities. If he wanted, the thief could tell or sell his story without any legal ramifications. As of 2023, neither the thief came out and not the money was recovered. The 300 million yen heist remains one of the biggest robberies to go unsolved. The case was later profiled and adapted into many shows and films, such as Sanoku and Jiken and others, all creating their version of the truth without ever knowing the real truth. No one knew what happened, and probably never will. The 300 million yen robbery of 1968 is an example of how even the most thorough investigations can come up short. Despite the enormous effort put in by the police and the public, the criminal remains at large, more like the Zodiac killer. But in this case, it was just a robbery. The robber, whoever he must be, will definitely go down as one of the most successful robbers of all time.